papeles ni documentos necesarios. Hay una comunidad en Wisconsin que se llama Ho-Chunk o Winnebago, y ellos mismos reconocen sus raíces maya y han emprendido estudios para documentar y preservar este conocimiento para sus descendientes. No somos extranjeros en esta tierra, pertenecen. Emigrar es vivir, es la historia de la humanidad, y es nuestra responsabilidad como comunidades y descendientes de gente indígena cuidar estas tierras y reconocer la gente originaria y contemporánea Amamutsen, como también seguir aprendiendo de comunidades indígenas aquí en el norte. Con esto les doy gracias a ustedes y celebremos sus éxitos y sus caminos por delante. Cometeo. Lo voy a leer en inglés. The land on which we gather is unceded territory of the Awaswas-speaking Huipi tribe. Today there are no known survivors of the Awaswas Nation. The Amamutsen tribal band comprised of the descendants of indigenous people taken to Mission Santa Cruz and San Juan Bautista during Spanish colonization of the Central Coast, is today working hard to restore traditional stewardship practices on these lands to honor the Awaswas, and healing from historical trauma. Good afternoon and congratulations to the graduates, your families, and our communities. My name is Anabel Rodriguez, and I work at Cabrillo College as part of the leadership team. I'm also the proud daughter of farm workers. We know that nobody reaches great heights alone. Our families support us in countless ways, whether it be emotional support, childcare, buying books, giving us room, food, or like my dad, although he could not help me monetarily, would always check the oil in my car and my tires before I drove back to the university. Giving and showing gratitude is part of our way. It is part of our culture. In these next few minutes, I want to speak with you about this land acknowledgement. It is part of the Indigenous protocol. This land where Cabrillo College is situated, along with students and communities, are located in Santa Cruz County. It is ancestral Awaswas Indian land of the Amamutsen people. Land recognition gives us an opportunity to recognize the original inhabitants of this land. This land where we live, study, work, play, and raise our families is Amamutsen land. And as a consequence of conquest and colonization, this knowledge and ways of seeing the world and caring for it and honoring the land and its people have been lost in the consciousness of the people and the history of its institutions. But I have a message for our community, that although we may not be originally from this place, we are sons and daughters of the Americas, and we too belong. In ancient times, there were cultural, social, economic interchange and trade routes from Mexico and South America to what we now call California, Canada, and as far north as Alaska. I imagine many of you know about the routes of the monarch butterfly. That they take routes from Mexico to California to Canada and back. The butterflies that begin this journey en route never return to Mexico. 3 generations of monarchs spend and end their lives on that circular route. What many do not know is that the Toltecs, the people who years later developed the Aztec and Mexica cultures, followed the route of the monarch butterflies through the Americas. And that was just one culture or tribe of people. There were many more, with thousands of routes throughout the Americas, from the north all the way down to the tip of South America. There were no borders, no fences, no papers, no necessary documents to show at the borders. There is a community in Wisconsin called Ho-Chunk or Winnebago, and they themselves recognize their Mayan roots and have undertaken studies to document and preserve this knowledge for their descendants. We are not strangers on this land. We belong. You belong. The story of migration is the story of life. And it is our responsibility as indigenous and descendants of indigenous peoples to take care of these lands and recognize the native rights and original peoples of contemporary Amamutsen people and communities, as well as to continue learning from indigenous communities here in the North. With this, I thank you and celebrate your successes and the ways you'll change the world. Ometeo.
All right, thank you, Annabelle, for that wonderful land recognition. Moving forward on our agenda, I would like to introduce Cabrillo College President Matt Wettstein. Siguiendo nuestra agenda, ahora me gustaría presentarles al presidente de Cabrillo College, Dr. Matt Wettstein.
It scared me.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for
Did you see
being
that?
here today.
Whew.
I'm going to speak to the graduates
You
just
didn't
very
see?
briefly.
It was gigantic.
Congratulations on your hard work,
Yeah.
on your commitment, your pride, your devotion, your courage, your ganas. We have much to celebrate today. We celebrate you. But today, this is the second class in the history of Cabrillo College that has had more than half of its graduates who are Hispanic.
Woo!
I congratulate you on that.
Right on.
I want you to remember, as you go forward, you did not get here alone. Remember to thank your family, your loved ones, the people who have supported you. So join me in thanking them right now with a round of applause. I also want you to remember your teachers. Celebrate them. When you have time, write a note to them thanking them for the work that they've contributed to your growth and your journey. Send them a note of thanks. And remember this, Cabrillo College is here for you. We're here to support you in all of the journeys that you have ahead of you. Thank you for being here. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Wettstein. And next, please welcome Dr. Kofi Akinjide, who will speak on behalf of Vice President of Instructure, Amy Lehman. A continuación, demos la bienvenida a Dr. Kofi Akinjide, quien va a hablar